Welcome to the start of a series. It is going to be called Deadlock and Talk. But basically, I'm going to play a game of Deadlock. One game of Deadlock. I don't care. Depending on how long it is, depending on how long it goes, it's going to be how long the episode's going to be. I don't really know the format of it yet. I haven't really thought out the format of it yet. I've just kind of thought of like, you know what? Let's get back to YouTube posting. Let's get back onto YouTube and shit. Let's just get back in it. Let's get back into the posting. Honestly, I'm just going to stop with the bazaar for a bit. We might come back to it. We might not yet. I'm not confident yet. I'm not, you know, going to throw down 100% guarantee of if we're going to go back to it or if we're not. I can't make any promises because I don't know yet. I haven't decided. If I'm being honest, I might just leave the videos up, leave all the episodes up, and leave all the daily series up and just let them sit there. You know, I can't say I was proud of how they did. I didn't honestly can't say I was proud of how they did or how they performed. A lot of them got upwards of 1 to 2 views. A lot of them didn't even get any views. A lot of them did well. Well, a lot of them did something. A lot of them didn't do anything, and I was a bit disappointed. I was a bit disheartened. But I'm gonna get myself back on the saddle of making videos again, getting back into videos again, and just trying to get it up again. With this Deadlock and Talk thing I'm doing here, it's going to be more of like unedited, more like raw, just raw, more unedited content. It's going to be like not many cuts, not many stops. There's going to be like a little bit of an intro. There's going to be a little bit of an there's going to be my obvious outro that I've been using for every video, upwards of when I made it with Midnight TXT, fellow creator, GOAT. But it's like, you know, I just wanted to just sit and talk, because I think that is what I know that's what I'm good at doing, is just sitting and talking about like a subject or just something that's been getting my jimmies in a bunch. And, you know, like having the ability of just like having a game in the background. It's kind of funny because it's like, you know, it's like, oh, Subway Surfer is fucking lol, keep your attention. But, you know, it's a good idea. It keeps the attention. And it's, you know, it's just for more longer, raw content. And, you know, like I'm going to be sitting here. I'm going to be talking for a whole Deadlock game. If it goes an hour, it goes an hour. If it goes 10 minutes, it goes 10 minutes. You know, you can judge the gameplay, or you know what, you can judge you can judge just me talking over it, but you know, you can do either or. Honestly, today's topic, I haven't really thought about it yet. I didn't really come in here with a topic thought. I kind of just was thinking, you know what, I'm just gonna fucking turn on the record button, click it, and I'm just gonna fucking talk. Mainly, I lied. I lied. I do have a talking point I want to talk, and it is about the Deadlock and Talk. You know, I want to do something that people aren't doing with Deadlock. A lot of its content is gameplay centered and like education centered about like the game, about like updates and about patch notes and stuff like that. And you know what? I want to do something different. I want to be different. Not just because it's going to grow. Well, excuse me. This whole series is going to be just full transparency. It's just going to be full transparency. Like, I'm going to be 100% honest and upfront. I am doing this as a means to grow. Deadlock is an up-and-coming game. It just had a bigger update, so starting a new series around it is a good idea for growth. It's a good idea to get, like, because it has eyes on it. It has eyes on it currently. upwards of the new update, the big new updates they have planned and all that nonsense. It has like eyes on it again. People are like, oh, whoa, Deadlock's doing this new thing. And like a lot of older players are returning and stuff like that. And, you know, I just want to, just capitalize on it a little bit. And being fully transparent, I don't really know what I'm doing. You know, I stream the game, yeah, but I'm not good at the game. So I've always thought that, you know what, I might not be good at games, but I'm good at talking. I'm good at just being able to sit down, talk, and do what I need to do, and just play the game. And that's what this whole series fundamentally is about. It's about growth and stuff like that. Like I'm trying to grow, and I'm trying to grow a community. And if Deadlock helps me do that, so be it. I will work with Deadlock. If everything goes well and everything goes awesome, I might even be able to get a fucking sponsorship or like a collab or something with Deadlock I can do. That would be awesome. But if it doesn't, well, you know what? I just got to keep trugging along. I just got to keep on going. I got to keep on working, honing my craft, getting better at what I'm doing, getting better at what I want to do, getting better at realizing what I want to do, and being able to like find my niche. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've always been an experimental person. I've always wanted to experiment with myself and with what I want to do. And, you know, it's hard to do that when you have nothing to bounce off of. I don't have a big community to bounce off of. I have a couple of people. A lot of them are like not really like active when it comes to questions. Some of them aren't really active when it comes to streams or YouTube videos, which I get. It's fine. I get it. It's fine. You know, you have your own life. Your life can't revolve around what I need, and well, not what I need, but what I want. And I understand that. And I'm not hating on anybody, but it's just like, I'm just trying to be creative and such. Good scorn. I'm just trying to, you know, I'm trying to experiment and see what I can do, what I can get away with. Not what I can get away with, but like what I can do to grow and what I can do to, you know, better the content, better the streams, better everything, and create something better. Because at the end of the day, that is my goal, is to create something better. And be better, you know, like I want to make content that's, you know, people are engaged. I have people's attention. I keep people's attention. And, you know, for some people, that's interesting. For some people, that's easy. For some people, that's harder. For some people, it's easier. For some people, it's harder. For some people, they just don't know. Like, I don't know my niche. I don't know my place in content creation. I don't know how to get to my place. Find my niche. I don't know how to, like, stay focused on something enough to, you know, make it a niche. Like, I struggle with, you know, keeping consistent, especially when it comes to streaming. And stuff like that, but I'm trying, and I try to push myself to do my best and, you know, keep as consistently as possible as I can, you know, keep a schedule consistent, keep content consistent, but it's hard for me. It's hard for me because I've never had to do anything like that in my life. Like, I know school is like a good example of like staying consistent, but like I wasn't really consistent in school, which, I mean, I don't recommend that. Lord knows I'm dumb as fucking rocks. Like, Lord knows I'm dumb as rocks. I probably should have been more consistent at school. But like, I've always struggled with staying consistent with something. It's just been a difficult thing. I don't really blame anybody for that. I don't blame myself. I don't blame anybody. It's just a thing I've just kind of dealt with. We're doing boxes here. Box routes. But like, you know, I just kind of, I don't know, I just struggled with it. It was rough, and I struggled with it a lot. I still do to this day as a freshly 19-year-old. I do still struggle with, you know, like the idea of this being a job, and it's like, and like if I can stay consistent. And I struggle with thinking about it because it's like, it's rough to think about sometimes, and it's scary. And sometimes it's scary. It's scary to think about because it's like, I don't get health insurance. I don't have like good health insurance. I don't really have health insurance at all, to be honest. And it's a bit nerve-wracking, but you know what? It's something worth risking for me. Because this is something, you know, I've always like had a passion for. It's always something that, you know, at my core, at my heart, in the back of my mind, I know I can do, and I know that I want to do. And it's like, it's hard. I find it hard to see myself doing anything other than this. But it's hard to get into this. It's hard to do this. It's never going to be, I will never say it is harder than a 9 to 5, because it never will be. Those the women and men, the men and women that do that are honestly, they are the goats. Those people, you know, they're just, you know, I don't know if they've chosen that path or they were put on that path. That is a rough path. I think working is hard for everybody. I think putting like the scale on it of which is harder and which is easier is by far the stupidest thing I've ever thought in my life. Because it's up to the interpretation. Like for me, it's hard to be interesting. Like I find it hard to be consistently interesting for long amounts of time. That's what makes, for me, that's what makes streaming difficult and hard. Because you're expected to be interesting. For like a lot of time. And it makes it difficult, and I struggle with that. I struggle with, you know, staying consistent with it and staying interesting. And it makes it difficult. It makes it difficult for me mentally to, you know, want to keep doing it. Because I feel like I can't do it if I can't do stuff like that. Which I hate the feeling of not being able to do something. At least something I am as passionate about to my core. Like, this is just something I know I can put my full heart, my full attention, and, you know, do the best I can. I know that this content creation of like streaming, making YouTube videos, making like YouTube shorts, TikToks, and such and so forth, I just know at my heart that that is something I can do and say, hey, I am happy, I enjoy my job, and I'll clock in. I can clock in, get my hours out, and clock out.
Thank you.
I know this is something, this is like a passion. It's not like a passion project. It's something I want to turn into a career. I know how, but I also don't know how at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I'm at an impasse of like, I know I need to stream, I know I need to make YouTube videos, but the things I don't know are how to do that in a good way. And like in a way where I can, you know, get people in, get people entertained, get people interested, keep people interested, and, you know, have people come back, have people sub, have people follow, have people, like, you know, want to see more, or maybe one.
attack.
And I feel like I struggle with, you know, like allowing myself to make mistakes. Because Lord knows my old YouTube videos are not good. Like my old YouTube videos are absolutely freaking terrible, man. Like they're like a dumpster heap of garbage. And it's like, I don't know, like I at the time, and even still to this day, I don't know how to make them better. Like, I don't know how to, you know, make something like worth watching and stuff like that. Like, I don't really know how.
You're not getting closer.
My friend, survival is paramount.
Our blue walker is
And
under
I struggle with it. I struggle mentally and physically. Well, not physically, but like mentally with it.
See the enemy.
Of like, you know, like the idea of being a content creator, because it's difficult. Like, it's hard. It's I would say it's mentally taxing for me. Now this is like disclaimer. This is my personal feelings, thoughts, and opinions about it. Your opinions may differ. Your opinion, you might agree or you might disagree. I don't really want to argue about it because it's not something worth arguing about. You know, it's just an opinion. And I mean, in my mind, it's not something worth arguing about which one is harder and which one is more difficult, because it's a never-ending cycle. It is Sisyphus pushing up the damn rock, so. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't see a point, or I don't see a rhyme or reason to do it. Because at the end of the day, it's just going to make one another feel like shit. Because it makes people feel undervalued. By, you know, comparing which job is harder, who does more, who does less, who does this, who does that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't see like a point or a rhyme or a reason to do that. Because it's unfair to that person. And it's unfair to me. But back to what I was saying. You know, I struggle with, you know, doing this because it's like, I never see the best in myself. I always see what the worst. I don't see how to improve. I just see what I did bad. Like, I can't put myself in a position to, like, you know, want to improve. I just put myself in a position where I'm just gonna keep failing, and because I failed once, I'll keep failing again and again and again because I'm not good. And I don't know why, but like, I don't know how to get I don't know why I do that. Like, I don't know why I put myself down. I don't know why you know, I always put like this pressure, this like little cone or like darkness or like a moldy cloud over my head for really no reason. And it's like, at the end of the day, what do I gain? Like, I don't really gain anything by doing that, to be honest. I end up losing everything due to the fact that, you know, I'm inherently just fucking myself, which is unfortunate. And I honestly, I sympathize with everybody in that position, because it is a sucky position.
Let's push blue.
And I hate it, but like, I also don't know how to change it. So I feel like I'm at like, again, another impasse of like, I'm stuck with two evils. And like, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what to do. But a lot of the times I just kind of just keep shrugging along, you know. I just keep doing what I'm doing. You know, like with streaming, you know, I don't know if I'll ever succeed. I can only hope I can succeed. I can pray to whatever God is out there. I can pray and hope and have aspirations, but you know, there's only so much aspirations praying and hope can do. You know, I got to put hard work into it, and I plan on putting hard work into it. But sometimes, you know, I just don't really want to plan. Sometimes, you know, I just want to go with the flow. You know, just turn the fucking stream on, and you know what? Just go. Just fucking stream, dude. Like, I hate planning. I don't mind planning like an event or like a hangout, because that I like. I like doing that. I like having plans. But like for a fucking stream, dude, I just wanted to, like, you know, turn the camera on, fucking turn the stream on, and then just go. You know, just do my thing, talk to the fucking people in chat, talk to some homies in the VC, and then just fucking stream. Just sit there, just fucking stream, and have a good time. This video is going to get demonetized. I already know it, but it's whatever. I don't make any money from them anyway, so honestly, it doesn't matter. I don't make money. And that's another thing I want to talk about. Or, well, I'd like to talk about. I don't make money. And that's a good, and well, it's a good, it's from my mind, it's a good and a bad thing. It's a good thing with the idea that I have nothing to, you know, let take over me. I have nothing that is, you know, like, I have nothing that can infect me. Like, I physically can't let money get to my head because I don't have money. I am not making money from this. Yes, I've made money, but like, I am not making enough money to where I can, you know, say, hey, I make money. Which at the end of the day is also okay. Like, I am okay with not making money in this. I am not in here. I'm not in this to make money. I never will be. I'm in here for passion and heart. Because that's all I have. No, all I have to my name is passion and heart. And that's all I'll ever have, but that's all I'll ever need. And it's like, I really don't care about the money when it comes to making videos. like I said, I'm gonna be transparent about it. Yes, I like money. I like being able to buy things, have stuff, you know, buy my girlfriend stuff, you know, take my girlfriend out to dates. You know, we can have fun, you know, have a nice day. Yes, I enjoy that stuff. Yes, that stuff is important for, you know, living in this society. But in my mind, I don't care about money. Like, I don't care. I can be making ends meet, but if I'm making ends meet, like if I'm living paycheck to paycheck, but I'm making YouTube videos and I'm streaming and I'm happy, I will never care. I will always say this, and I will always stand by this. I would rather make just enough to get by streaming and making YouTube videos than to make $1 million a day. People will call me crazy. People have called me crazy for saying that. But I don't care about money. I'm not doing this for the money. I am doing this because I am passionate about it. I'm doing it because you know, like, it's something I've always wanted to do. It is something I could only see myself doing. And I know it's kind of corny to say it, like, these days, like, look at this fucking cornball, like, cornball. But, like, I don't know. It really is just something I've always saw myself doing. Like, I just can't see myself being as happy as I'll ever be doing something like this. Because at the end of the day, I won't be. I will never be as happy as I will be doing this, being in this position, and having an opportunity to do all of this cool stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I take pride. I take pride in having the ability to do this, because there's a lot of people out there that don't have the opportunities that we have, that I have. I don't know why I said we, but it's a fact. Like, it is a fact. A lot of people, like, even in a first world country, just don't have as many opportunities as every other person. I'm not saying I am privileged. I mean, I am in a privileged position, but I would not say I personally am privileged. You know, I didn't grow up easy. I didn't grow up rich. I grew up fucking poor. I still am poor. Well, I mean, me personally, I'm poor. My parents are making a lot more than they did when I was a kid. But I take pride in being in this position, you know? Like, I don't let it affect me mentally. I don't let it, you know, I don't get egotistical over it. If I could give everybody this position to be in where they can follow their dreams or try to follow their dreams and, you know, achieve their goals, I would. Because it's a magnificent thing to feel. And I am very lucky. I am very, very lucky to be in a position where I can make an effort to do that. You know, I can't make any promises I'm able to do that, but, you know, I can make an effort in doing it. I can make an effort, you know, I can say, you know what? I sat there, I put my heart, I put my all, I put everything I could into doing this. And, you know, like, I'm lucky. I'm extremely lucky. I've always been lucky. I've always been a little lucky fuck. Which I've always thought was funny. I've always been the lucky one in the family. You know, I find money all the time. It's quite funny, actually. It is pretty funny that I am like the I'm the lucky bastard in the family. And it's the truth. And I am lucky. And I appreciate every day. Even when I make it, I will always appreciate every moment, every opportunity, and everything I can do. And I will always, you know, just try to just give people opportunities. I'll always try to give opportunities to everybody. You know, like, if I make it big enough where, like, you know, that I can have, like, I can pull some string for people to have, to not really have the luck, but to get the luxury to do what I can do and change people's lives. That's another big reason why I got into streaming is the possibility of being able to change someone's day or just change someone's life for the better. Like, that's something that's always drawn me to streaming, is just the ability to make a change. Whether it be through me just talking like a bimbo, or me just, you know, doing whatever I can, or just kind of doing just whatever. You know, I've always liked the idea of wanting to make it, of making a difference and a change. Like I said, whether it be for an hour, for a minute, or a second, if I can make a change in someone's life for the better, I will always want to do it. It's a big reason of why it's one of the bigger reasons why I want to do this. Because being a content creator, you get to change lives for better or for worse, but I would like to do it for better. Like, yeah, it's gonna sound corny. And honestly, I don't really care about being a fucking cornball. Dude, call me a cornball. I don't give a shit. But like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, fucking PewDiePie, those guys changed my life.
Looks like we're the only ones still standing.
They really did. They changed my life. They changed my life in a way I didn't think was possible. They changed my life in a way I didn't even know they could. If you asked my past self like 10 years ago if I was going to be in this chair recording this video and hoping it'll do well, I think you're crazy. Because at the time I thought it was crazy. You know, at the time I thought it was nuts. I thought it was nuts because I never saw myself in a position where I could do this. And I mean, I can't even really say, I can say I'm doing it, but I can't say I'm doing it successfully. Not yet, at least. Not yet. But like, those guys really did like inspire me. They are my inspirations, especially like Corey Kenshin. You know, just his gravitas and his, and like just his way of, you know, being who he is and like not giving a fuck about who he is. That's always kind of stuck with me. It's the same thing with one of my old teachers from my high school. His name was Brian Kornberger. Now, Brian holds a special place in my heart because he told me something that I use to this day. You know, he told me that when he was in his early 20s, it just hit him. When he found his career, when he found being a teacher, it just kind of hit him. And you know what? I had an epiphany of the same with content creation. Of it, you know, it just hit me. It hit me and it clicked in my head that this is something I was put on this earth to do. This is something that I was meant to do and that I want to do. And I really can't. And it makes me happy. You know, it's corny to say, but it really does make me happy. It makes me happy doing it, thinking about doing it, and being able to do it. And I honestly, I can't be more grateful to be in this position. And I thank everybody out there like you. All of my subs, all of my followers on Twitch, all, you know, the guys in my Discord, all the people who go out of their way to support me and support who I am and let me be who I am. I think we had a productive first episode of Deadlock and Talk. That's going to do it for today's Deadlock and Talk. I don't know when the next one will be, but if you want to stay up to date with the videos, the posting, and me, feel free to sub, turn on notifications. Feel free to go check out my Twitch. I try to stream there every day, or at least every other day. I try to stream from 12 p.m. PST to 6 p.m. PST. But I think that's going to give us a deuces there. Deuces.